So, Crash, how you doing after that? Crash felt a subtle anger and fear well up in his chest. Crash, you going to talk at all? Not turning his head, Crash activated his local comms.
I don't care what that freak shit is, but we have to stop it. For humanity.
Aye. I've only ever seen it once. When I was a lad, had to hide. Killed everyone I knew. Brought them into the flesh. You sighed heavily and gestured to the air. Well, you've seen it all yourself. The two drove in silence for an hour. A truck bed loaded with what was serviceable loot, and all Crash could do was replay what the entity had said in his mind.
How can it save us? The squid tech is how we have personal shields and arc weapons. The bots are the perfection of the Borgs, and we should have eradicated the Borgs from the very beginning. They shouldn't have had an extra 100 years.
What's that, boss?
Nothing. Nothing someone like you would understand.
Rude, but I'll assume you don't mean it poorly.
Just drop me off at the pillar. I mean to activate it.
You sure you want to do that? Callan snapped his head around to you.
Don't question a direct order, newbie, or I'll leave you fragged on the field.
Right, sir. You shrunk into the driver's seat a bit, and did as he was ordered.
Let me out. Go home. I'll walk the rest of the way.
You sure?
Yeah. Go. Fuck.
Callan made his way towards the pillar. Upon reaching it, stood in front of it, staring at it, waiting for it. But nothing came.
Why won't you speak to me?
He picked up a handful of stones and threw them at the pillar with all his might. But nothing came of it.
Why can't we just be deployed to a normal fucking planet? No! Helldivers must be sent out to die on worlds for a government that never saw combat. Combat they'd surely end up dead in. Fuck! Why can't this world be normal? Why can't I just be welcomed into my family? I've already been forgotten. Haven't I? What good is there in being a helldiver if I can't even helldive? I have no ship, no crew. I'm trapped to fight without any chance of getting off this world. I need to build it. And how long will that take? Will I even see it to be built? Will I still be alive? Fuck. Fuck this.
Dismayed, Callan sat for what felt like an eternity, the pillar slowly beginning to warm against his back. Noticing, he stood and turned to face it.
Fuck whatever Costello says. Fuck them all. You want to give me power? I'll take whatever stupid trials you have. I'll play with you. And whatever hell you throw at me, I'll beat it down. You can't stop a helldiver. You can't stop a Brasch, no matter what Gramps said. I am a Brasch, and I'll burn this world down just to shove it in your face, you stupid hunk of metal. Now show me what you've got!
With that, Callan pressed his hands against the metal and focused every ounce of his being into discerning what it was, letting it into his very being, allowing it to overwhelm his senses and drive its own spears into his mind. He welcomed the pain, the agony, the strife, whatever it sought to impart upon him.
Whew. That was a fun one. My friends, I won't lie, I had too much fun recording for this one, and it took a lot longer to do. I wanted the script to feel right. I wanted the emotion to feel right, and I wanted the recording to feel right. I probably re-recorded this script, I would say probably about 8 times, because I wasn't pleased with a lot of the takes. There are like 2 takes, I was like, I could go with that, and then I was like, nah, we need to rechange the emotion. So I took an extra couple days to refine the emotion of the character. That sense of, okay, this thing just promised me power. I have allies who tell me not to touch it, but there's this bizarre meat shit that attacks me. I've already dealt with it once, but now it just comes from the fucking ground. It grows out of pits in hell. I can't deal with that. And so I wanted to kind of rethink of the character of Callan Brasch, and really think of like, well, he knows his ship's destroyed. There is a lot of research that even he knows that has to take part, but he can't. By his own rules and his own laws, he can't go and investigate it. Otherwise, he would be seen as a failure to his grandfather. So the limitations he puts on himself has him feeling even more helpless, because there's so much more that he knows he could do, but he can't. He in his mind, the only thing he can do is helldive, and they have no ship to helldive from. So that's kind of where I'm at with the character. I gave a lot of thought to this entire script, and the recording went a little bit better than I thought it would have, and also not as good as I wanted it to. I tried something new with the animations as well. There's a lot for the reason why I did the animation between Callan and you in the truck the way that I did. And for those of you who've ever been in a situation where you've been attacked, or you've been verbally abused or harmed, or not treated well by someone you cared about or admired or trusted, it makes you feel small. And it makes you feel like lesser of a person. And whenever this person snaps at you, this person that you trust or love or care about, whenever that happens and they turn on you in such a aggressive manner, they seem to grow not only in stature and size, but in just ferocity. And that's a thing that I wanted to try and highlight in that moment between the two characters, and I hope I did it justice. I think I did. You guys let me know if seeing that scene through again, maybe you go back and rewatch it, or if you saw it the first time, it made you feel that way, it made you recognize that sense of helplessness right off the bat, first thing. Let me know. If not, if it took the explanation, let me know too. Maybe I can adjust it for later, so next time that if this happens again, we have a better understanding of that. But thank you for joining me in this little 5-minute after chat of what went on in the game today, in this story. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't had a lot of time to sit down and play Rimworld. I only really had the time to record. There's a lot of stuff going on in real life that's kind of taking a lot of time and attention away from the things that I want to be doing, and there's not much I can do about it. I just have to grind through those other things before I can sit down and record and write and script and do all that other fun stuff. So it takes a lot of time, especially doing it all by myself. So I appreciate the patience. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I think this weekend, after I compile The next 2 episodes, I'm going to do a one full big animation slab together video, so that way there's like the animations so far from here on out. And then after that, we'll continue with the story. And my hope is I can take like a day. If things slow the fuck down. And I can take a day, and I can sit down, and I can grind out the game so we can have the next chapter of the story continue on. Because right now, we're going to be diving into Anomaly and Crash rebuilding the base and building the base up further. So that way this SEAF base, which will end up becoming a Helldivers high command base, maybe, at some point. Maybe he'll appoint himself a 10-star general and take the position of leader. I don't know! There's so much I'm rolling in my head, and I want to make it all kind of blend together nicely. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out to the patrons. Thank you for supporting the channel on Patreon. You guys are amazing. Thank you to my channel member for supporting here on YouTube. Freaking awesome. And thank you to those who support for free by hitting like, subscribe, sharing with those you think might enjoy the content, and letting me know your thoughts. As I've always said, I enjoy the animations more than I enjoy playing the game itself, because while you get the story through the game, I also like to think of these characters as more than just the pawns and what I decide they do, and try and use the social tabs and all that other fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I look forward to the next episode. And if it takes a little bit longer to come out, it takes a little bit longer to come out. I know I was going to try and keep to a schedule this time around. Later.